You had it all, but blunders in the endgame. Oh no! You had his chance! A stellar performance from Katie, a valiant effort here from you.
And you will see his tournament end. And Yu's tournament run will be coming to a screeching halt in this game.
Who will be advancing to the second round of the Full Strive Chess Tournament, defeating you. And you will fall in this game. And Yu's championship woes continue to haunt him. Phoenix has defeated you.
Bob defeats you.
Oh, great heavens, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Game 1 of Round 1 of the Full Strive Chess Tournament between Nicholas, Will's brother, and you. Nicholas has won his first ever Full Strive Chess Tournament game in the previous wildcard round, and you, a tournament veteran, playing in probably his 50,000th tournament ever in his entire life. This format that you see on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be a 3+0 game. That means that you do not get any bonus time when you move. Time is going to be very, very pivotal as we progress throughout this tournament, and players are going to be feeling the pressure build bit by bit. But for now, Yu is going to go ahead and glide the knight into the e5 square. It is attacking the knight. It is also coming in here perhaps, but all the squares are covered, so just ignore that. But anyways, the knight comes in here. It's also covered by the pawns, very, very powerful, but Nicholas doing a good job going ahead and clearing that knight off there. That's a very powerful knight that he just got off the board there. Well done. Oh, and now Nicholas is gliding into position. Note that it was almost a horsey blunder, but pawn protect horsey. So good job here from Nicholas, recognizing that that space was free, but at the same time too, he did lose a little bit of a tempo. Whenever you move a piece forward too far, if your opponent can get pieces in... You now coming in here with check. The only move that does not lose horsey is going here. Actually, no, there are two moves. Just kidding. Anyways, castles from Mr. Yu. Yu is not going to be showing any mercy in this game, ladies and gentlemen. He is going to be looking to, at long last, win a Full Strive Chess Tournament because he has not won one in over 50,000 tournaments. That is exaggerated, by the way. Anyways, the queen's going to come back here now for Mr. Yu. Nicholas is going to go ahead and take the piece there. We're going to see a pawn push here, and now the bishop coming in here, completely cutting off the king from ever castling. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you did not know this, your king cannot castle a certain way if there is an enemy piece, in this case the bishop, that is guarding a square where the king has to go across. Very important note there. Oh no. And Nick has to be very, very careful, because if he takes this pawn, it will be goodbye spaghetti-o on f7. Oh my. You must be very, very careful. He cannot take this pawn. Oh, and he comes in with the queen. Oh my goodness. Did not see that one coming. I am not even going to cap for real. The queen h4 officially on the board on move 15 by Nicholas. Nicholas doing a very good job of holding his own so far. You, like many of our players in our tournament, is a very, very good player, and he is not one to be taken lightly. I had a brain fart. Rooks are now going to come over here for Mr. Yu. We're going to get a piece into the game. Nicholas going to go ahead and castle. And now Yu coming in here with the bishop. Deadly attack coming in. Oh my goodness, and now the pawn's going to push. Oh my word, Yu is firing on every single cylinder that he possibly can. Oh my goodness, and now the bishop comes gliding into the position to the a4 square. But it looks like Yu... Oh my. Oh my! And ladies and gentlemen, on move 21, with queen b7 checkmate, Yu will be winning this game and moving on to round 2 of the Full Strive Chess Tournament. Goodness me, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you to Game 1 of Round 2 of the Full Strive Chess Tournament between one of the most bitter rivalries that our tournament format has ever seen. You and Brutus have played each other in a multitude of games, and I will be very clear about this. This is like a Kansas City Chiefs versus Bills matchup where one player tends to get the very, very last bit of the game and somehow advancing, and his name is Brutus, the 6-time champion. But Yu has also defeated Brutus in our format before. I believe it's been once or twice. and he will be looking to make some noise. But Bruce is playing with the black pieces in this game, representing the United States of America, and you is playing with the white pieces and representing the international flag. I think he got rid of his flag, but it's okay, a-okay, brother. C takes on d4 now officially on the board. And ladies and gentlemen, I will make it very clear, the winner of this game will be advancing as our first player in the Full Stride Chess Championship. Who is it going to be? And are we going to see absolute cinema here before our very eyes? But as that calculation went through, Yu is now going to bring his queen into position. If I am being honest, I do believe Yu was actually cooking before this game. As LG says, yeah, sorry for that, gang, after he absolutely ruined Will's day, beating him in tournament game. Kidding. LG's fine. Anyways, Bishop's going to go ahead and take back here. Resi takes in. Brutus is actually up 1 point of material right now, but you need to know, ladies and gentlemen, that this pawn is extremely vulnerable. Whenever you have a pawn that is like this and there's no protectors anywhere near, it is going to be a target for quite some time. So I think Brutus could very easily bring this pawn forward here, if I'm being so for real. Queen slots up here now, the c7 square here, though, for Mr. Brutus. And what exactly is you going to be cooking here? Certainly not barbecue chicken, right? But what is Bro thinking about? Both players are also very even on time right now. These guys are so freaking calculated, and they love to take their time. But taking your time does come with its pros and cons, because you need to make sure that you are calibrating when you need to, and making sure that you... Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my goodness, I can't believe Brutus didn't see the freaking fork. Oh my goodness, there was a fork with a piece of chicken on it, and Brutus said, no, I'm not hungry. Oh my goodness. But the pawn's gonna push forward here, not the g6 square. There was literally a fork with a whole piece of chicken on it, bone included. Oh my goodness gracious, and he was gonna sacrifice the knight. What on earth is happening right now? This position is one of the most tricky puzzles that you will ever see in our daily chess puzzles. As the rook now comes in here. Oh my. And now the knight's going to come in here now to the c3 square. Knight Horsey has galloped into the position on move 16. What on earth is happening right now? As Brutus is now taking another think, or excuse me, it's called thunk, not think. We don't use proper grammar here. Thunk. Oh, he's thinking about moving here. Oh, bishop e4. That could prove problematic, if I'm being so for real. Oh, but wait, you can bring the knight here because the pawn is pinned to the queen. Ooh, tricky stuff going on right now here. Yu's going to vouch to bring Horsey over here, though. And Yu is also at a massive time advantage right now. But you guys all saw that, I think it was two or three games ago, where Brutus was losing by like 50,000 seconds and somehow won the game. This game is never over until it's over, as Brutus is now officially below 1 minute on his clock. Move 19, ladies and gentlemen, bishop takes on c5. Oh my, and now the rook is going to come over here, and we're going to see Yu bring his rook over here as well. Yu is trying to keep as much pressure on Brutus's clock as he possibly can. Yu is one that knows better than absolutely anyone in our tournaments that Brutus is capable of the most disgusting maneuvering that our tournament has ever seen. And I'm talking about the chess. Oh my, and now the queen's coming up here, and there's a checkmate threat that could be looming here. Should Yu get a little sloppy here? But I don't think Yu's going to get a little sloppy here. I think he's doing a-okay. Oh my, but the queen is also hanging right now. Yu has to make sure he guards his queen. Yes, he does. Okay, takes right there. Nicely done. I didn't even see that at first, so that's why I panicked. Anyways, king's going to come up here, and the rook is blundered. Oh, no. Oh, no. And now Yu is up 2 points of material, and Brutus only has 26 seconds to his name. The pawn is going to push forward here now. We're going to see a pawn punch of Yu for Yu right here. And we're going to see pawn takes. Bishop's going to come in here with check. I think you got to bring the king over here. Oh no. Oh no, bro. Oh no, bro. Oh no, bro. But the rooks are coordinated right now. Oh my goodness, Yu's king is going on an absolute adventure, and not that kind of adventure that you would think. It is being forced into a cave. Death is readily present, and Brutus is also well below 20 seconds on his clock as Yu has blundered the rook. But Brutus does not like free ice cream and blunders his own rook in the process. Oh my goodness gracious, ladies and gentlemen. You might be back in the tournament final if you can hang on to this game. Check is going to be granted here for Mr. U. Checkmate is on the board. And after an absolutely mind-boggling game of pieces being sacrificed left and right, missed forks and missed opportunities, you finds the sequence when it counts and has defeated Brutus in this episode of the heated rivalry between these two solid chess players. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the biggest stage that chess has to offer. This is the 4-Star Chess Championship coming at you live. You finally making it back to the big stage, playing with the white pieces and representing the international flag because he deleted his flag, I guess. And Banana, also our reigning champion, which I forgot to mention in like every single game prior, playing with the black pieces and representing the United Kingdom. These two players have never played each other in a 4-star chess tournament before, and what better time to play each other for the first time than on the biggest stage in all of chess. Yu has played in, I believe, 4 4-star chess championships, and he has never seen the crown. He has suffered the most excruciating defeats that I have ever seen in all of my days. But today, he has another shot at the glorious crown that we call the 4-star chess championship, and Banana has a chance to raise his crown for the second time. Who's it going to be, ladies and gentlemen? Do not look away for a mere second, as Horsey is going to gallop into position here for Mr. Banana. He's going to go ahead and push the pawn forward here on move 10. We're going to see takes by both players. Horsey is in the position now. Do we see the knight take? Yes, we do. Do you take with the bishop or do you take with the queen? Perhaps the bishop. Nicely done. He's going to go ahead and take with the bishop. Please note, ladies and gentlemen, that also Banana is so incredibly good with his clock. The only game that I think he genuinely had so much trouble with was probably the Dord game. And you doing a good job of defending this pawn. Note that this pawn was being pinned to the king, so this pawn would have died had he not done anything about it. But now Horsey's going to come into position. The bishop is going to be under immense firepower. You're going to have to do something about this bishop, if I'm being honest. Ooh, no, he pushes the pawn forward here. Tricky stuff. Okay, but with that pawn push, Horsey's going to go ahead and take the free lunch. I shouldn't say free lunch. The bishop that was readily available on the e4 square, and the queen is going to promptly take right back here on move 15. We're going to see pawn takes, and now the queen is going to take. Note that Yu has a very nifty setup coming in here right now. There's a lot of tricks and a lot of freaking... No way. Yu is currently winning the 4-star chess championship, guys. Yu is currently winning the 4-star chess championship. King H8 is on the board. Move 17, ladies and gentlemen. I know for a freaking fact that Yu is shaking right now. This is not real, guys. Yu is now going to bring the bishop into the position now here to the g5 square. Ladies and gentlemen, I repeat, Yu is winning the 4-star chess championship right now. He is at 1 point of material. But heavens me, ladies and gentlemen, the rook is going to come over here. Yu is going to have to do something about this queen. Yeah, that's exactly what he does. So he brings the queen all the way over here. Note that the rook is covering the rook here as well. There's so many nifty, sneaky things that can transpire here. The queen cannot take here because this bishop is under immense firepower as well from the queen. Oh my goodness. This is going to be a very intense conclusion to the 4-star tournament here today, guys. Watch yourself. Cinema is loading. As Banana is going to go ahead and take the rook here, Yu is going to promptly take right back, and Yu is still winning this tournament right now. But there is a very nasty checkmating threat coming in here. Yu is so freaking close right now, but Banana does the correct maneuvering, bringing the rook over here to the g8 square. And oh my god, he sacrifices the bishop. He sacrifices the bishop. And does Banana take here? If you take, Banana's gonna have to come back up here with the rook. If pawn takes, Yu takes back with the queen. Banana does not take though. He vouches to bring the rook or the pawn forward. And he does sacrifice the bishop anyway. Oh my goodness gracious, guys. This is just insanity in every sense of the word. And check is going to be granted. And I think you might have a potential checkmating threat here. Guys. Check is going to be given. Oh my god, and the queen's going to take. Bishop is going to be sacrificed. He was going to win the 4-star chess championship. He was going to win the 4-star chess championship. touch him. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, on move 30, on move 30, with Queen G7 checkmate, you, likely the most veteran player that we have ever seen in our tournaments. He has played in more tournaments than anyone else that I have ever had in my Discord server. Ladies and gentlemen, you, at long last, is a full strive chess champion.